Dreams, The Subconscious Mind by George Lai and Devin Max. Dreams. We've all had them, whether they be bad or good. Dreams are a continuation of ideas, emotions, and sensations that go through our head when we're sleeping. Dreams are often interpreted as a connection to the unconscious mind. However, sometimes they can be interpreted as messages from God, such as to prophets. In this documentary, we will be trying to discover the origin of dreams and how they can relate to our everyday lives. Why do dreams occur? Dreams occur during the REM stage of sleep, which is the fifth of the stages. The first stage is the beginning of light sleep and is known as the transition between being awake and light sleep. During this stage, the brain sends out slow brain waves known as theta waves. This stage only lasts 5 to 10 minutes. In the second stage of sleep, the body temperature starts to decrease and the heart rate slows down. The brain starts sending out fast brain waves known as sleep spindles. This stage lasts around 20 minutes. In stage 3, slow, deep brain waves, known as delta waves, start to appear. This period is known as the transition between light sleep and deep sleep. In stage 4, delta waves appear more frequently, so this stage is called the delta stage. Stage 4 lasts around 30 minutes, and sleepwalking and bedwetting are most likely to occur in this stage. The fifth stage is known as rapid eye movement stage, otherwise known as REM. In this stage, the eye moves at a rapid speed. This is when dreams occur. In this stage, the voluntary muscles are paralyzed while the brain is behaving much like it would when you are awake. There is also an increase in heartbeat and breathing. While the stages are numbered, they do not necessarily appear in that order. The reason our dreams are so wild and imaginative is because when we sleep, the logic center in our brain gets shut down. Nightmares. Nightmares are bad dreams that can cause strong negative emotions from the mind.
The word nightmare comes from the Old English word.
Here are other people's experiences with nightmares.
What is your name? What class are you from?
Ethan Ty, I'm in A5.
What is the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
Once when I was a little kid, this is a long time ago though, so it's kind of vivid, but I had this nightmare and it was in black and white. And there was this evil guy who started chasing me around and he was flashing black and white all over his face. And then he killed my family and he ate me. Yeah, that was pretty scary.
Could you describe it in greater detail?
Okay, well, yeah, so basically I was like it was like late at night and I was like outside in the streets and everything was in black and white. And this guy was like, this guy started talking to me and then I somehow jumped into a car and I was driving away and he started chasing me and his face was like one of those hypnotist things, the black and white spinning wheels. It was really weird and scary. That's when I was little. And then sometimes when I was little, I would always have these dreams that I was in hotel rooms. This old lady was trapping me in a cage with a kitchen knife and stabbing me.
What is your name? What class are you from?
My name is Harry, and I'm from class A5.
What is the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
The scariest nightmare I've ever had was of a watermelon. The
And
watermelon ran over me and exploded in my face.
are you making this up?
No.
Could you describe this in a greater detail?
Alright, so I was just walking around my house, my old house, and I was in the hallway. I was really in the hallway, it was just my dream. And the watermelon came out of my washroom, and it just exploded in my face.
Hello, what's your name? What class are you from? My name is Scarlett and I'm from class 86.
What is the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
The scariest nightmare I ever had was a couple months back. I was going to art class. I went to art class with my overnight camp crew, and my counselors were being relatively mean. They were calling us like
nightmare you've ever had?
I was ambushed by spiders, lots and lots and lots of them.
Can you describe it in a greater detail?
They were black and small and hairy, and they bit me. And then they kind of like swarmed me, and then I woke up.
Well, what happened before the event that the spider was chasing you?
I don't know, it was just, I fell asleep and that started happening.
Hello, what is your name and what class did you used to be in?
My name is Brendan Liam Forrest Wilson, and I used to be in Miss Hartrick's class at Forest Hill Public School.
Okay. What's the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
Once there was how to describe it? There was a monster chasing me. It had the pincers of a scorpion, it had the head of a mantis, and the wings of a butterfly, and it was chasing me. And I couldn't scream and I couldn't move either. I was moving at a set rate, and the monster was moving faster than I was. When it got to me, the dream faded.
So it didn't eat you or anything?
I didn't dream of that.
Why do we have nightmares? There are several physical and psychological reasons. A physical reason is that sleeping on a lower bunk or having your face really close to a pillow could create a nightmare where you were drowning. A psychological reason would be PTSD. If you have PTSD, you could have a nightmare reliving the tragic moment which gave you PTSD. Here are some people's takes on why they had nightmares.
Where do you think these dreams came from? Well, I don't know.
You don't know.
No idea.
You have no idea where they came from.
I don't know. Maybe I saw a black and white movie once, and that's why I think the black and white scared me.
Okay. Where do you think the dream came from?
I don't know. I don't eat watermelons that much.
Are you sure you don't have a fear of a watermelon being dropped on you or thrown at you?
No. No one's ever tried to do that before.
Where do you think it came from?
Well, I hated every single one of them. So, I don't know, maybe it could have come from my bad experiences at camp. Or maybe I just wasn't feeling all that well today, and so my overly active imagination came into play.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably the fact that I really hate spiders.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably, that was a long time ago. I don't think I remember what had happened during the day. Probably what had happened is I had the sensation that something was going to catch up with me. What I can assume is that I probably lied about something and people were on the track of finding out that I lied. That's my best guess of what could have happened.
Lucid dreaming.
Last question. Have you ever had a dream where you knew you were dreaming?
I think I've had a few. Once I was I think one of these, I was talking at a ski hill, right? It's like a ski resort, and everyone was there just skiing down, except I didn't know how to ski, so I was stuck at the top. And then this guy came and he pushed me down the hill, so I started rolling down the hill, and then I was really scared. But then suddenly the dream turned really good somehow, and I was really happy to be in the dream. And then I'm like, wait, I'm dreaming. And then I started punching myself in the face in the dream, and I woke up.
Okay, that's all we need. Thank you, Ethan. And the last question. Have you ever had a dream where you knew you were dreaming?
Several, yeah.
Can you describe one of them?
I was walking on the beach and I realized I was asleep. And so I wished that there was a stand with books and ice cream. And there was, and it was brilliant. And I just sat there eating ice cream and reading books.
Have you ever had a dream where you knew you were dreaming?
Yes, I've had several of those. Damn it, echo, I hate echo. Anyway, yes, I've had several of those, and I've heard that it's a certain phase in your sleep, and it's a pretty cool one because you can actually control your dreams.
So can you describe one of them?
Once I was at school in France, and I did some really stupid thing, and then I went back in time, and I did the stupid thing again, and then again, and then again, and it was fun.
Thank you, Brendan. That's all we need. Here is a cartoon depiction of lucid dreaming.
I can see the Krusty Krab from here. Mrs. Puff, look! I finally got my driver's license!
Not even in your dreams, Mr. SquarePants.
No! Ouch! Where am I? Is that me? Or is this me? Am I still dreaming? This must be Gary's dream. I'm gonna get a closer look. Wow, look at all these books. I wonder where Gary is. Gary! Huh? Excuse me, sir. Have you seen...
SpongeBob?
Gary?
How dare you invade the sanctity of my dreams?
Gary, you can talk!
In dreams, one is not tethered by earthly limitations.
What does that mean?
Come. For ages, dreams have been thought of as windows to another realm. Let me not mar that perfect dream by an oral stain, but so adjust my daily night that it may come again. Emily Dickinson wrote that.
Who?
Here's one you might know. There once was a man from Peru who dreamed he was eating his shoe. He woke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that his dream had come true.
Ah, gee, Gary, you sure are smart.
Did you think my shell was full of hot air?
Well, thanks for the info, Gary. I'm going back to my own dream now.
Beware of your wandering eye, you little peripheran.
How we can use and manipulate our dreams. We have taught you where our dreams have come from and the different kinds of dreams. Now we will explain how we can use our dreams to improve our everyday lives. Some scientists hypothesize that while we dream, we sort through our ideas that we have during the day and throw out the useless ones. By lucid dreaming and controlling our dream, we might be able to gain lost information we once had. By manipulating our dreams, we have cut off the bounds of reality, allowing us to do anything we want in our dreams. With this power, we can come up with a new and better idea through manipulating our dreams. With this power, the possibilities are endless. Here's a video explaining some of these ideas.
We may be able to harness the sleeping brain's power by using a technique called lucid dreaming.
Typically, lucid dreams happen when you're in a dream and some oddity occurs and you start to wonder, what's going on? Why are you floating up in the air? How do you do that? Oh, because it's a dream.
The key is to learn how to know that you're dreaming without waking. The next step is to take the dream where you want it to go. To help, Stephen LaBerge made an ingenious mask. Inside, sensors detect rapid eye movement. The mask flashes a light, bright enough to pass through your eyelids, but not bright enough to wake you up. It's a gentle signal that you're dreaming. With practice, you can steer your dreaming brain, guiding your mind into uncharted territory.
There are many different kinds of applications of lucid dream. For example, if you're an artist, want a new painting idea, you walk into the next room with the thought that there will be a new painting on the wall there, and what do you know, there is the painting.
Managing dreams may be the only chance we get to influence what's normally out of our control. Our brain.
In conclusion, dreams hold an unlimitless potential, and maybe one day we can unlock that potential.